Welcome to the Elements of Spirit readings for the week of August 14th, 2017. This is the reading for the element of fire, which includes the sun signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We're coming back up on that new moon. If you haven't listened to the ether reading, go back and check that out now. The ether affirmation is, I am freshly arrived. I am here now. I offer my heart to the greater good. Life is a journey of learning. I travel in peace. It's a big, chunky one. Listen, if you need to break that affirmation up and sell it for parts to yourself, then do it. But also go through it nice and slow as well. Feel each of those things in your body. Get right with it. I feel like it's going to keep making more and more sense as the week goes on. So use it, because here's the reading for the fire signs. Well, what they're saying here is like, this is the last layer of worry, in insecurity. It's not inferiority. Insecurity burning off. On the other side, not like the other side of the veil, just the other side of whatever's going on with you right now. On the other side of this, you will be more being, less doing. More of a human being than a human doing. Interesting, because I always love, and I have Sagittarius moon, but that doesn't usually help me very much. Makes things enjoyable, but it doesn't help me with getting much done. Gives me all sorts of goals, but not always the completion of them projects. Okay, so I always admire the fire of the element of fire and its ability to get things done. What this actually says is, it says that doing a lot of burning, it says that burning, especially from the Leo season, from the Leo new moon almost a month ago now, a few weeks ago. The Leo new moon was saying, be as you are and burn off that shit that's not aligned with you. It feels like it's been going on for a while. It feels like you might be getting fidgety with it. That's why the message is coming in. It's saying this is the last layer of worry and insecurity burning off. I actually see it in mind's eye as a layer of shmekas kind of around the fupa. It's like a second chakra, lower second chakra, upper root kind of situation. And it's saying like this process of the Leo season, of the fire season, and even the Aquarian full moon eclipse that was last week, saying that all of this has been burning stuff off, which has sometimes made you worried and insecure, which then causes you to burn harder and not actually burn off that material, but just like burn through the shit that's in front of you. So there's just a gentle affirmation coming from the fire signs, saying like, we are working on this with you. We are burning away the aspects of your personality that make you feel worried and insecure, that make you hesitate for too long, that make you then burn too hot and incinerate stuff. On the other side of this, you will be more of a human being and less of a human doing. We're talking by, oh no, it's not next week. We're talking in about 2 weeks' time. So probably on the other side of the eclipse. So most likely like midweek, 24th. Yeah, so later next week, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. Feels like you have a big sensation of pressure relieved. Usually as a water sign, I feel the push and pull of what my emotions are telling me to do, or telling me to not do. And you guys are theoretically more pushed and pulled by the actual act of doing, not the feelings about it, not the thinking about it. And this is just saying that you've been doing that for a really good long while, and that it's the final layer of something that's really ready to burn off here. Which I think will continue through the at least, the next lunar cycle, past the new moon, past the eclipse, into the next full moon, but also for those kinds of 6 months afterwards. But I'm saying whatever that flavor is, you're most likely not going to taste it this week. You're most likely going to feel it in truth on the other side of the eclipse around the 24th or the 25th. but this is why they're reminding you, that's why this hurts. That's why you might feel crazy. That's why this is weird, because it is a final layer of something that's being burned off. So that when you want to do something, maybe it is a little more considered, a little more emotionally integrated, a little more decisive, a little more practical. Maybe it is less impulsive, but just as passionate. You know, it's like a calibration of the fire saying, we're getting rid of whatever this was so that whatever comes, whatever is, can be balanced and stable and natural and integrated and holistic. Okay. More human being, less human doing. Okay. Here's your affirmation. I patiently observe that which happens to me and remember that I am the creator of my experience through my choices and responses. At a certain point, I thought it was the co-creator of my experience, because that's a lovely, new agey term. And it is true. I mean, I am co-creating with creation, with God, with all that is, with my higher self. Like, it's not a solo show, but it wasn't co-creator. It was just the creator. I'm the creator of my experience through my choices and responses. So again, going back to that analogy of the ether reading, if there's a war coming at you, are you going to drive up to the war and fight with an armored car and artillery, or are you going to drive up in like a convertible bug with a bunch of flowers? Like, do you believe in peace or do you believe in violence? Which one is it? And the idea here is it says you might not feel super secure and stable this week because you're in the final throes of this process between the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse, and in the kind of midst of this process of this whole Leo fire eclipse cycle. So the idea is that the guides wanted to remind you on the other side of this, you will be less human doing and more human being. And what we do to calibrate ourselves with this is this affirmation. I patiently observe that which happens to me and remember that I am the creator of my experience through my choices and responses. So if the war comes, it doesn't matter if I created that or co-created that. Maybe that's coming from God. Maybe that's coming from fucking Satan and all of the evil that we've amassed on the world. That's another conversation. But I can create my experience by patiently observing what happens to me this week, not getting hysterical about it, and remembering that no matter what's coming at me or who threw it at me or what just happened, I am the creator of my experience through my choices and my responses. The idea that even as the world is burning down, nothing is ever wrong. All is well, all is right, all is one. And the great drama of all of this is, what do you believe in? What do you fight for? You have a choice. You can lay down, you can stand up, you can bring a gun, you can bring a bouquet. It's fair game. We all have the free will to see what happens in this never-ending psychodrama that is our existence at this time on this big, beautiful blue rock of a woman. I love you guys. Affirmation, I patiently observe that which happens to me and remember that I am the creator of my experience through my choices and responses. I love you mucho. I'll see you next week. Bye.